One of the best things about the MDRC internship was that it was designed for people like me who were very interested in the topic, but unfortunately didn't necessarily have the connections. I was a first-generation college student, so I didn't have access to all these networks where I could get an opportunity like this. And MDRC recognized that and they said, hey, we know that you're interested in it, you're passionate about it. We want you because of that interest and passion, and we want to expose you to this experience. And I'm forever grateful to MDRC for that.
Diversity definitely strengthens teams, and it's really important that given the work that we do, that we have strong teams that are asking a diverse set of questions, that are bringing different perspectives to the table. We're building out the next generation through this program.
The program came about when our former president, Judith Gueron, was retiring. Some funders had provided MDRC with a grant to really advance methodology in public policy.
We realized at the time we had a lot of diversity among our more junior staff, and we really wanted to think about increasing that diversity across the levels of staff that we have. The senior staff are leading the projects, and so we want to make sure we bring diverse perspectives at that level as well, given the role that they play in the work that we do.
Judith Gueron was the first employee hired at MDRC. She was a woman in this kind of policy work and in economics at a time when that was pretty unusual, and I think she did face barriers because of that. She made it a personal cause, I think, to make sure that many women were hired in really important positions, that she focused on trying to have a diverse staff. So it felt very consistent with her experience and her values to name this after her and call it the Gueron Scholars Program.
I'm currently a JD MBA student in my third year at NYU Law in the Stern School of Business, and I also run a nonprofit I founded in 2020 called Legally Black Fund, which helps Black women apply to law school across the country. When I think back to my decision to start my nonprofit, Legally Black Fund, I actually do think about my roots at MDRC. Rose Cobb was one of the first people to mentor me, and she was someone that encouraged me to think about law school seriously. And I think after having her direct, support, I saw it as something that was way more feasible.
A project that I worked on within my internship, I was creating an annotated bibliography that touched on historically racist policies and practices within housing policy. I want to continue learning about housing and seeing where I can make an impact because it's such a big issue that needs a lot of people's effort and support.
I would say one of the really important skills that I learned during my time at MDRC was the ability to critically look at data and look at randomized control trials and really see what programs have impact and where they can be improved.
Pursuing and securing this fellowship at MDRC over the summer of 2023, I think is one of the best things that's happened to my doctorate education journey. So for one, it accelerated my dissertation research. It enabled me to develop a better understanding of how an organization like MDRC works and how it's structured in its mission. It created the opportunity for me to forge important relationships with researchers and experts who are probably going to be my colleagues and collaborators for many years to come.
It's kind of amazing to see how the internship has come from those early days when I first started working with the interns in the Diversity Council to what it was last year, growing from one doctoral fellow to then bringing on 2 undergrad interns to now we have 4 undergrad interns, 2 master's level interns, and 2 doctoral fellows. And over the years, it just keeps growing and growing. And last year was really a special year.
The Gueron Scholars Program is not your average internship. At the undergrad and master's level, we actually hire them as temporary employees for the 8 weeks that they're here. At the doctoral level, they receive a stipend for the time that they're here. We also provide housing. That's something new that we started last year, and we're doing it again this year.
So we're very lucky. We have a partnership and support from the policy academies, and they have really also been key in helping us to build this internship into something really strong.
We saw an opportunity in our partnership with the Gueron Scholars Program at MDRC to broaden the number of voices that could be in the field by providing a housing stipend so that folks who might not be able to afford to be in the city and have this experience could afford to do so. These early career experiences are just just pivotal.
For me, the most valuable impact of the doctoral fellowship was really having the time, space, and resources to focus on my dissertation and to really be prepared for the job market in the coming year. Folks who have done a dissertation know how, time consuming it is. So having the stipend really allowed me to just kind of hone in and focus on the research.
We understand the weight of getting an MDRC internship, and we don't take that lightly. We carry that throughout our careers, and we'll always kind of remember that this is where we started and where we found our passion for social policy.
This is an opportunity to really kind of seed the field more broadly. And it's great if some of these scholars come back as MDRCers or if they end up being colleagues of ours, but we feel like in a large way we're contributing to the larger field of social policy and education policy research.
What I really hope to see is the program will continue to expand, continue to grow, that we'll have more opportunities to bring students here, and that we will keep connected to our alumni and see that group grow and grow. And I would love to be at a point where 10 years, 15 years from now, someone who is a Gueron Scholar is a senior staff person here. I think that would be an amazing legacy.